Hey, everybody. Happy New Year 2017 here. Big things happening. And today, let's jump right into it. And like we always like to, we don't want to waste your time. Time is valuable. But, what's going on in your business? I mean, the time that is so valuable. How do you get the most of it? How do you maximize it? How do you get more efficient? That's really my goal in 2017, just to continue getting more and more efficient and take complete control of my business. And I want to share some things that I've learned. And this is an important factor in taking control of your business. How do you track the finance and the accounting and do all the things you need to be doing properly, in regards to having a business online, a corporation? How do we do? And I get this from coaching clients all the time. And because we're not CPAs, attorneys, accountants, we can't say, here's what you do, because we're not CPAs and attorneys. It's illegal, right? But we can point you in the right direction. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today with one of my very good friends and business partners for a long time now, David Hesser. How you doing, Dave?
We're good, Nathan. Good to be with you.
I,
Appreciate it.
I know
New
you're
Year to
ready for 2017.
Yep. We're this is something we've been talking about for a long time, Nathan, is to help all of the sellers that are part of our community out there be real business people, because a lot of us have never had that opportunity. We came from different business environments, and now we're running our own business as sellers, and there's so many things you have to do when you're running your business, but so much of it comes down to making sure you have enough money. Make sure you have enough profits to maximize your profits and minimize your losses, and to actually manage your business, because that old cliche is really true, that this is not a hobby, it's a business. So we need to be making sure that we make money, and a lot of that business concept starts with proper accounting. And we've talked about this for a few years, and realized that there just wasn't training out there for this, and we wanted to put it out there. And look, we know that this isn't a really sexy thing, and you're right, it's kind of it feels kind of painful to think about doing all this work, but it's part of business, and it's a constant. A lot of times we're teaching you the latest way to market or to source products or do different things like that, and 4 or 5, 6 months later, that concept doesn't work anymore because something's changed. But when it comes to business things like doing accounting, that's a constant thing. We can tell you exactly how to do it now. It's going to be exactly the same way 10 years from now, but you've got to start doing it, and you have to do it as a regular part of your business, because if you don't get control over your business, you end up looking back and saying, I don't understand. I thought I was working so hard. I thought I was making money, and there's nothing in my bank account. What happened here? I owe a whole bunch of taxes to the government. I got to figure out how to get control over that, and you don't do that once a month, once a year, sitting down in January and trying to figure out what happened last year so you can get it all straight. It just doesn't work that way. Not if you're really going to run your business right.
So
So
what we
Dave
want to
and I
do,
talk about,
Dave,
yeah,
so what we want to do is we want to help people understand what needs to be done, and what you need to start doing now, because you're going to get in trouble if you don't. And I see this as a common thing with people is they go out and make the money, but they don't track everything. You need to track
yeah,
everything in your business. And Dave, sorry to cut you off there, but
no,
this what we're talking about today is how to get all this stuff set up the easiest and most efficient way. And Dave, I trust Dave. And Dave, much like me, okay, has a wife that is kind of the real brains behind the business. But
absolutely.
and so your wife is a certified QuickBooks accountant, right?
That's right. She's been using QuickBooks desktop and online for years. She's been certified for years. She's been an accountant and a bookkeeper since early in the 90s. Now, look, she's not a CPA. She didn't get a degree in finance, but she's been doing this for a long time. She's run all of my businesses for years, and I've got a whole bunch of them. She's worked with many other companies besides mine, and she's done all the work that's been done for our taxes. And that's something that we really need to focus on right here at the beginning of 2017, is that a lot of people don't realize this right now, but corporate taxes actually have to be filed earlier this year than they ever have been before. They have to be filed by March 15th in almost all cases. Now, I'm hoping that most of you out there actually have a business structure and you're not just running this through your personal, and we'll talk about that a little bit in our training if you get on board with us. But you should have a business, and this year the taxes have to be filed by March 15th for just about every type of business that there is. So we've got even less time than we used to have to get this stuff put together. And you can always do extensions, but that just drags out the pain.
You could do extensions, or you can pay penalties, and that's what we want to save you from is massive penalties, of not getting your taxes done properly, and just not being organized and taking control of your business, and being able to produce a profit and loss sheet if you needed to a financial institution or whatever, to refinance or to get a business loan or whatever the case may be. But if you're not tracking everything and you're not looking at the numbers and you don't know where you're at, how are you going to get to where you want to be?
That's right, Nathan. And when it comes to taxes, the thing you have to realize is you're paying taxes off the profit of your business, and that profit is defined against all your expenses. And so if you forget to enter expenses, you're now paying taxes on more profit than you should be. Look, we all know that legally and for whatever other reasons that work for you, we're paying taxes to the government. We want to pay our fair share, but there's no reason to pay more than your fair share. So if you, and in a corporate sense, it starts out, most business structures have a 35% federal corporate tax rate. So out of every $1,000, $350 right off the top goes to the federal government, and then depending on what your state you're in, that can push that 35% up well over 50%. So out of every $1,000 of profit I've got, I'm looking at 35, 40, 350, 450, $500 that's going to the government. So I need to make sure that all of my legitimate expenses are entered or tracked so that I can pay taxes on the proper amount of profit. Otherwise, I'm losing money that should be in my pocket. And at the same time, you should be doing this yourself and not paying somebody else to do it every January. There's so many people that they tell this story about how they just hand their accountant a box of receipts or some spreadsheet where they've been putting stuff in throughout the year, and they're pretty sure they got everything, but they're not really sure. And then their CPA spends time entering all that information in to try and figure out what your taxes are. That's not what Lisa and I do. Lisa puts all that information in throughout the year, and usually by late January, we give our accounting data to our CPA, and she spends her time looking for all the deductions and maximizing the profit that we get to keep instead of paying unnecessary taxes. What's a better use of your CPA's time? Manual entry or making you money?
And
our CPA makes us a lot of money.
And another thing, Dave, is if you have employees or even independent contractors that you brought in to work for you and you've paid them out, we have a way that we can show you that will simplify all of that stuff, how to export all of the data from Amazon and eBay and from your website or anything that runs through your business, and how to capture those expenses in a way where you can see what went to what, where, and how, and it's simplified so that by January 31st is your deadline to send out 1099s, right, to your independent contractors. You have people that work for you in your business like I do, that has to go out by and without the systems, right? You can do those things very easily yourself if you have the right systems, and you look at what we have to help you set all that up. Now, Dave, as far as time is my most valuable asset in business. In fact, I have somebody that I pay with all my businesses. They do my whole payroll and accounting and everything. I pay them over $1,000 a month, right? Or I'm sorry, a week, $1,000 a week, Dave, to manage and track all of my finances and expenses. But because now we're in the future in the internet age, right, where a lot of this stuff can be automated with pulling reports from Amazon and eBay and into QuickBooks, right?
Right.
So that's what we're going to learn about.
Yeah, and so we've talked about, look, you need to get control of your business accounting. You've got to deal with taxes. So what Lisa and I have put together is a set of accounting training. There's about 4.5 hours worth of videos that specifically target the accounting needs of an online seller. Because there's a lot of training out there to use things like QuickBooks Online and different kinds of packages, but there's not very much out there that's geared specifically to what we need as online sellers. And while we talked a little bit about Lisa's background in accounting and the fact that she's QuickBooks certified, Lisa and I have been working together. Well, we've been married since 1990, but we've been working together on our businesses since that point in time. And between us, we've had dozens of businesses that we've either owned or consulted with, done all the accounting for them, and we've been selling online through just about every platform available since the late 90s, eBay, Amazon, our own websites, client websites. So we know exactly what an online seller needs to do, and we've got decades of business training and experience between us. So that's how we put this training together, was specifically for those of you out there that are selling online. Now, Lisa's actually going to, after I do some introductory things where we talk about the business needs and different concepts and things, Lisa's going to take you step by step through setting up QuickBooks Online, tracking your income, tracking all your expenses, reports that you need to run to give to your accountant for them to do your taxes. Then we get into more advanced things with inventory and sales tax and different concepts like that that you can jump into when you're ready to. But she takes you through the entire thing. So we've got an entire solution for you that helps you get started in a short period of time and doing it yourself. And then if it makes sense, you can outsource that to a VA or somebody working with you to do the daily or weekly entry. But you now understand how it works and can make sure the process is done right. And so that's what what we know we've accomplished with this thing, and we feel like is the right answer for you.
Yeah.
Now,
there are a lot of moving parts in an online business, and if you're not bringing them all together properly and you get audited and you make a mistake, the penalties on this stuff are massive. So what we want to do is help you avoid disaster down the road, but help you become more efficient now.
Yeah, and the best way to avoid those kinds of problems is to get all the data in and not try and do it 6 months or 9 months later, hoping that you can recreate it. Now, the other thing that we're going to have in this training that's specifically meant to help you guys right now, because we all know we've got a March 15 date floating in front of us there, but we need to get some things done, is to help you summarize your 2016 accounting information, and we call it crash accounting. And we're going to summarize all your income, and we're going to straight expense your inventory, and you'll be able to enter your accounting data for 2016 in a very short period of time, get all that summary information to your accountant, and let them do your taxes. And you can decide going forward, do you want to continue to do it this way because it's real quick for you, or do you want to expand and do the more detailed things? And the reason why you would want to do the more detailed data entry and track your inventory and do those things is because it allows you to identify exactly where your profit centers are and where you're losing money. Lisa and I can run reports against our product lines, and we've sold arbitrage over the years. We've wholesaled for a long time. We're private labelers, and we can tell you for every single one of our private label products and wholesale products what's making money, what's not making money, and which suppliers are the best for us because we put that information in there. Crash accounting is more of a summary, but it's the best way to get last year's data in so you can get your accounting and your taxes done, but then you can move forward and do more detailed information to analyze and control your business. So that's something that's covered directly in several of the videos, and within a short period of time you can get your information to your accountant and move forward. All right, so one other thing we wanted to point out here is for you guys to take advantage of is because of Lisa's status as a certified QuickBooks advisor, she can get her clients a discount on the subscription savings, because QuickBooks Online is a monthly subscription, and they run Intuit is a company that owns QuickBooks, for those of you who don't know, but they run specials all the time, and they're undoubtedly running one right now for the new year. But the discounts that go through Lisa's registration are always cheaper than anything that you can get anywhere else, but it's at least 40% off the subscription savings. Plus, once you're into QuickBooks Online, they actually have a link right on the main home dashboard that allows you to search for QuickBooks Online certified accountants and bookkeepers in your area, your zip code. You search by zip code or state or city, and you can find someone near you who you can work with. Now, that person isn't necessarily going to understand e-commerce, but after you've been through our training and participated in our community of sellers, you'll be in a better position to help that person get your taxes and other documents done properly. But there's thousands of them that are in the system that Lisa's part of. So that's just another bonus of being involved in here. And to be honest, that piece right there, we're talking $140, $150 a year in savings just from that discount. So that's the general, the main thing that we're looking at. We didn't want to take a whole lot of your time, but what we're talking about here is getting control of your business. You're trying to maximize your profit. You want to minimize your taxes, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to get some financial freedom here, and putting more dollars in your pocket is what is the key point to that. And that process, from a business perspective, starts with having proper accounting.
Yeah, if you don't have your numbers correct, and that's why I'll pay somebody $1,000 a week, Dave, to manage all of my accounting in QuickBooks Online, and it does everything I need it to do. But learning how to use it and what to do is the key, and that's what this course, Dave, that you've put together offers, is somebody that's selling on Amazon daily, right? Someone that's been selling on eBay for years. I mean, when did you start selling online, Dave?
My first websites went up in 1997. I was selling on eBay shortly after that. I was selling merchant fulfilled on Amazon almost from the beginning. And the very first 3 months after you could start selling FBA, we were selling on Amazon as FBA sellers.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for a long time.
So Dave, I mean, with you and Lisa, Lisa being a QuickBooks certified accountant, right? This course is going to teach you everything you need to know. But right now, we're doing a pilot program where you can actually work with Lisa and have her spend hours of her time with you to help you set that up, and that's through JimCockramCoaching.com. But that whole thing you want to make sure you're ready for. You want to really get the fundamentals, and maybe you are already using the system, but you don't know, if you're doing everything properly. It's good to get the perspective of an online seller that's been using, QuickBooks Online has only been available for what, 10 years, 12 years?
Yeah, probably not even that long. But even before that, we were using the desktop version.
Yeah, Intuit, Quicken, QuickBooks, but this is all based online and it's integrated. And so to learn how to tie it all together, right, and really get yourself in a position where you can be completely organized with it and not have that stress and that worry going on, and not having it wasting your time, right, where you can get on with building, expanding your business and doing the things in your business that make you the most money, right? But this is one of the more important aspects, that if you don't do it and you put it off, you're going to get in trouble. I've seen a lot of other business. I've coached people, for almost 20 years in business, right? And I'll tell you, not having your ducks in a row and your accounting not set up properly, and to not be able to see where you're at, that's where you can visualize where your goals are, to where you can get to where you want to be, is by looking at where you're at. This will help you, just like Dave says, take control of your business, maximize the profit, and it starts with getting into the course, getting going. And I'm excited about this, Dave, because it's stuff that people need to know. and do and apply. And it's one of the more overlooked aspects of when you're setting this business up and you're getting going. If you don't do this stuff from the get-go, it can cause some serious problems in your business.
That's right. We're looking forward to other kinds of business things like this, helping people with it, because like you said, a lot of people get into this and they don't realize those things that they have to do. And it ends up, it always comes around. The things that you're supposed to be doing, even if you don't know about it, you're going to find out. And so the sooner you can do it right, the more likely you're going to be successful.
And it's really easy. It's easier than you realize that it is. It's just you gotta take action, and you gotta get yourself educated. Knowledge, direction, and tools is what is going to lead you to prosper in your business in 2017. Dave, thanks for spending this time, and we'll have some more information here for you to take advantage of our proven e-com accounting course with Dave and Lisa Hesser. Thank you, Dave, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Nathan. Happy New Year to you and your family too.